Hello and welcome to the Game Dev London podcast. My name is Adam. I'll be your host today. You can refer to me as he, him. And with me today is...
Thanks, Adam. I'm Christian. I'm the CEO of AudioMob. You can refer to me as he, him.
Thank you for coming and speaking to me today, Christian. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Christian. We're going to be talking about advertising in games, off games, and all around how the twain shall meet. So to start off with, hello, Christian. Thank you for joining me today. Looking forward to having a chat. But let's start with, how did you get here? Tell us about your path sort of through games, advertising, and what brought you to my, well, I wouldn't say doorstep, but to my my Zoom step today.
Well, no, thank you for having me. And I'll give you the shortened version of the answer. So my background's been in mostly technology and advertising. So I was an account strategist at Google. I crossed over to Facebook to become a science partner. So it's all to do with increasing ROI on ads, how to scientifically measure the effectiveness of ads. But outside of work, I've always been a massive gamer. Love, my PS3, now PS4. But I decided to do something a little bit more constructive. So I started making my own mobile games because I love gaming. And since I was a kid, I've always produced my own hip hop and jazz music. Awesome. So Madlib, J Dilla, I try and emulate and produce that kind of stuff. And while I was becoming an advertising expert, I've always developed my own games and my own music. And I started experimenting with streaming music into games, and it got me really interested in what audio applications could be applied to the mobile gaming sector. So as I skilled up as an advertiser, eventually meant this gap that is audio ads in gaming. And I decided to leave at the time Facebook with my co-founder I met at Google. We decided to leave and raise money based on the concept of non-intrusive audio advertising in games. And I still try and find the time, every now and then to get back to some of the gaming projects that I'm working on. So that's like a summary of how I got into the space.
We're talking about the big thing with intrusive adverts at the minute is that they are very much a halt stop. It's like, wait, stop having fun, check out this ad, and now come back. Okay. What do you think at the minute, obviously, especially if you're seeing this sort of being what's the next wave of what's coming? What do you see the major thing that companies get wrong at the minute around advertising?
I'd say the main thing is that, and sorry, just to clarify, by companies talking about the advertisers, right, or the studios making games?
Either or. I mean, it's interesting to hear both sides.
So I'd say studios making the games. I understand, right? Your game's kind of your baby, and you don't want to break what is normal. But what is eventually going to happen is they're going to start seeing it's going to either be a dramatic decline in the amount of banner ads, or the amount of rewarded video, or the drop in CPMs, because what you're going to start seeing. And this has already been seen in some countries like India, for instance, where they're implementing rewarded audio ads from interstitials, and the rewards aren't getting clicked because users just don't want to watch the videos, like the conversion rates. So I think it's not so much what the companies or the studios are getting wrong, because video is a brilliant way of producing revenue. But I definitely think there is less of an appetite to innovate in general than other industries. So I think just being constantly on top of what is going to actually improve user experience as well as increase revenues, and to actually test out new things. I think that's what gaming companies need to do more of. Because what we're noticing is, like, for instance, I can't mention it now, we'll do a PR release on it later on, but we signed a very, very big publisher, and we're noticing the big publishers are moving much faster than the medium and smaller studios. So that's something that I want to point out. On the advertisers side of things, it's they all think about what is my click-through rate? Is my video getting watched? Am I getting the amount of downloads? And that all orients around a small percentage of the market, right? Because with rewarded video, click-throughs are like 4 to 5%. Sorry, not rewarded video. Sorry, click-throughs on automatically triggered video. Rewarded video is higher in terms of view-through rates. And what I think advertising companies need to start thinking about is and this is something I researched at Facebook, and I'm researching in the context of what I'm doing now, is on the concept of positive and negative priors. So the idea is that if you're going to get really annoyed because you're being blocked watching an ad, that's called a negative prior, a negative experience soon before you're about to view an ad. And that will actually make you less likely to consume it. But if you have a positive prior, i.e., oh, there's an ad, it's not blocking what I'm doing because it's in the game or it's audio and I can keep doing my primary objective, then there is evidence now to suggest that if you're not being blocked, you're more likely to consume the ad. And advertisers in general are only starting to really think about this, but not a lot of them. So I'd say on the advertising side, that's the main thing that they're missing out of, like really thinking about the user experience when their ad is actually being shown.
Hi there, I'm Adam from Game Dev London. Thank you for watching this highlight clip from our most recent episode of the Game Dev London podcast. If you'd like to hear the full episode, head to gamedev.london now. From there, you can find links to our Discord, find out all the latest news, get the latest updates, and find out about our upcoming game jams and events. So if you want to find out more, head to gamedev.london now, and thanks again for watching. Also, remember to hit subscribe to find out about the next episode.